Alright, so welcome back, and what we can do in this video is actually texture the body, and we're going to do this differently from the way we texture the eyes and the teeth. And what I mean by that is what we're going to do is actually paint directly onto the body using the 3D paint tool. So let's do that. So first we want to do is select the body itself, and I want to place a temporary material on there because the texture will be saved on that material, and then we can extract that texture and plug it into the proper material. I hope that makes sense, but I will show you what I mean. So right click, go to assign favorite material, and just drop a new Lambert on there, and we can call this Lambert temporary texture Lambert, and let's just make it white. Diffuse, let's make it 1, so it's pure white at the minute. Right, so that's that bit done. Control F save your scene just in case my crashes. And so what do we need to do next? Well, we're in the modeling menu set here. Click on this little triangle here and select rendering. Okay, and when you do these options here change, I'll do it one more time. You can see, boom, you see they change. So I want to go to rendering, they change, and so I want to go into texturing and grab the 3D paint tool. Click open the options box. Alright, so as you can see, you can't paint on it. I'm going to hit B to increase the brush size, and as you can see there's a red X. That means no, you can't paint on it. And the reason for that is you just got to set up the texture. So scroll down and you've got here file textures, attribute to paint. Well, we're going to paint the color. That's what we want to do. Assign edit textures, let's click on it. 256 is very small. If you use 256 it's going to be very like pixelated. 1K is fine, I guess. I'm going to go for 2K so it's nice quality, and image file JPEG, and assign edit texture. Boom, there we go, we're ready to go basically. Let's scroll up and we can start painting and stuff. As you can see there we go, I'm painting black on the surface. What we can do is flood a base color, so I'm going to click on it and maybe use some kind of red. Let's have a look, something like that I guess. Yeah, and just hit flood. There we go. I'm going to switch off wireframe as well. Alright, okay, so here what we can do is paint some of the colour. We can take the red actually, I'm just going to make it a bit kind of paler. There we go, and let's just see how that works. And yeah, we can actually do that. Instead of opacity 1, maybe bring the opacity down, and let's just see what happens. So you're going to have to work on it bit by bit. Maybe just bring it back up to 1. I'm going to make it a bit paler. There we go. And we can just play around with it. Now there's other things you can do. Let's take a look, like erase, clone, blur, smear, paint. So if you click on that you can actually like blur it. You can smear it, stuff like that. Erase it, and it just gives you bright white. Control Z, I don't want a bright white, but anyway. So let's just first of all just go to paint, and let's just paint. Oops, it's gone back to black. Did not want to do that. There you go, that's what we wanted. And so what we could do is basically just to start off, and maybe have just like a softer, let's have a look, let's go for the soft brush, and it's giving us a white. Let's have a look, that's giving us a bit of a white as well. And boom, boom, boom. That's pretty cool. Actually, for some reason it's gone all white, when really what I want is this kind of pinkish colour. And that's kind of weird. And the reason for that is because it's on erase. So let's go back to paint. And it's got to be careful that I accidentally pressed something that, there we go, erase, paint. And basically what happens is every time you select a different brush it gives you different settings here, so you have to keep your eye on here. So back to paint, and there we go. And so maybe the square, back to paint, there we go. And so something like this, maybe make it even brighter. And you have to be careful here that you don't cross over the UV line. Can you see the UV line? just be careful with that. It might give you unexpected results. And so, I'm going to go back to flood and basically just start again. So you can see where the UV line is. Can you see? From the can you see the circle, the brush circle, and it just shows you where the UV lines are. So right, okay, so just be wary of these, and basically, let's just start again with the reflection switch size bigger now, and there you go. And so it will save us time, just kind of. And I'm basically just marking out generally where I want the the color to change. This is the first pass, so just around here maybe. It's just quick and rough. The floor's getting in the way. Doesn't matter. There we go. Maybe something like this. So it's very quick, very rough. I kind of like the idea that he's half kind of pink, half red. And then, what we can do is go to blur and just start blurring this in. And there you go. And just kind of work on it. The opacity, we can just bring it down. I feel that the blur is a bit too strong, so there we go. So just make it a bit softer. There we go. And make the brush size much smaller, 0.3. And with the opacity, let's make it even lower. And I'm going to add some like blue little dots to this little fella. So just going to put it on the flood. I want it on the colour. There we go. So let's just give him some blue dots. And make it a bit brighter, some kind of even brighter. There we go. Some brown dots as well. There we go. And there we go. And so what we can do is go back to blur and just make the brush size a bit bigger, and blur intensity, let's just use 2. So I've done it too blurry, and just kind of have it. Okay, so what do we do once we're done? Save textures. Boom. Textures are saved. Close the window. Alright, so there you have it. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you next video on how we're going to remove the texture from this temporary material and plug it into our proper material. So see you next video.